Lian sits alone in a dim apartment, unpaid bills on the table, phone buzzing with ignored calls on it. She experienced job loss, strained relationship, and distant friendship. There are moments in life when it feels like the world is closing in, when every option seems to vanish and hope feels like a distant memory. Lian had reached that place, a crossroads where every path looked impossible. Lian walking the city at night, passing happy families, couples, laughter. She feels invisible. She tries to reach out, but messages go unanswered. She stares at her reflection in a shop window, tears in her eyes. When you hit rock bottom, the world keeps spinning, but you feel stuck. Lian's mind replayed every mistake, every missed opportunity. She wondered if she even deserved a way out. Lian receives an eviction notice. She lashes out at a friend trying to help, pushing away her last support. Alone in her apartment, she collapses, sobbing. Sometimes the greatest pain is not from what happens to us, but from the stories we tell ourselves about our worth. Ancient wisdom teaches the mind is both a prison and a key. The walls we build are made of our own thoughts. Lian, seeking shelter from the rain, ducks into an old, nearly abandoned library. The musty air, the quiet, the rows of forgotten books. Desperate for warmth, Lian wanders the aisles. Her hand falls on a battered, handwritten journal tucked between dusty tomes. The title of the journal, For Those Who Have Lost Their Way. She sits and reads. The journal is filled with stories of people who faced impossible odds. Farmers after floods, mothers after loss, elders after exile. Each story ends not with defeat, but with a shift in perspective. A farmer who, after losing his crops, learns to fish and thrives. A mother who, after losing her home, builds a new community. An elder who, after exile, finds peace in teaching children. The lesson is clear. When the path is blocked, change your direction. When the door's closed, look for a window. The world is full of hidden ways forward, seen only by those who are willing to see differently. Lian closes the journal, a spark of hope in her eyes. She returns home, looks at her problems with fresh eyes. Lian realized she couldn't change the past, but she could change her perspective. Instead of seeing only obstacles, she began to look for possibilities. Lian reaches out to her friend, apologizing and asking for help. She visits a community center, offering to volunteer. She starts a small side business using a forgotten skill, baking, tutoring, art. With each small action, the world seemed to open a little more. Ancient wisdom reminds us, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Lian's steps were small, but they were moving her forward. Lian's baked goods become popular at the community center. She forms new friendships, gains confidence, and finds purpose in helping others. Her friend forgives her, and their bond grows stronger. As Lian's mindset shifted, so did her reality. She learned that adversity, when faced with an open heart and mind, can become the soil for new growth. Lian journaling in the library, now filled with light. She's helping others, teaching children, and smiling genuinely. If you find yourself between a rock and a hard place, remember, you may not be able to move the rock, but you can learn to climb, to build, to find another way. The world's greatest treasures are often hidden behind our darkest moments. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and reflect. Pause and ask yourself, where have you been seeing only walls? What new path might be waiting if you change your perspective? How can you use your struggles as stepping stones to a better future? Lian, now at peace, walking confidently through the city as the sun rises. If you find yourself between a rock and a hard place, a change in perspective and mindset may reward you with a clever solution that may reward you handsomely in many ways. Share this story with someone who needs a new way forward. Together, let's remind the world, even when the way seems blocked, hope and wisdom can light the path ahead.